Hello, I'm Simon Kennon, editor of Interventional Cardiology Review, and I'm here with David Ramsey, one of the directors of Radcliffe Cardiology. David, good to have you here.
Thank you, Simon.
So we've got several journals in the stable, and we've now launched Simple Education.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, please.
Yeah, okay. Nice to see you, Simon. So Simple Education is essentially an online digital learning resource and a marketplace for digital course assets. Every day of the week in cardiology, there's a course going on somewhere, in either a hospital, a course provider, or a conference. But when physicians can't make these meetings, there's not a lot of opportunity to be able to view it, especially some of the smaller courses. And not to be able to view the whole course, but the broken down components of that course. You know, an individual presentation that they may have forgotten something. So to be able to go back and watch that is something we found was an unmet need. So we've created Simple Education with some of the best developers in the UK. It launches a website and a website app. And we'll create a proper app probably slightly further down the line. Apple don't like to create marketplaces, so they make it difficult for you to create a proper app for a marketplace. But we think we've got some workarounds, but the website will work in the short term.
And so we open the website and there'll be icons for different courses. And then how will people get access to that? You're calling it a marketplace, so obviously it's not going to be free access, I would imagine. Yeah,
no, good point. So we're going to be marketing each course via the Radcliffe Cardiology database, which is now 60,000 cardiologists globally. We're also going to be using, obviously, search engine optimization, social media, all the usual ways. But yes, courses will be paid for. If you attend the course live, you get a voucher. You can then watch the footage. If you haven't attended the course, you may have a sponsor pay for it for you. So a sponsor, you know, a device, pharmaceutical or a diagnostic company might say, we'd like you to attend this course and we'll provide the access for you, so they get a voucher.
And will there be the option of people just paying for themselves if they want it?
Yeah, we'll be marketing Simple Education in each course as best we can. So the individual can go on there and buy an individual course or an individual component, depending on what they need. But it also tracks your learning journey. We have passports and a timeline. So let's say you're interested in a TAVI course, you attend that TAVI course, it will then recommend other TAVI courses to you, and you can look back, you can upload your certificate of your CME points. It tracks your learning, a bit like a pilot, pilot's journal does.
And do you think there will be companies or conferences, for example, where they will just say, right, we're going to give you a certain amount of money, and then the conference will be free to everybody?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, if a sponsor pays enough for it all to be free, absolutely no problem. You know, video footage is expensive, editing it, breaking it down into those components, marketing that video. There is an expense to it, but I definitely see, medical meetings not everyone can attend, and I know that there's ruling coming up with EuroPCR that says that physicians won't be able to attend some meetings if it's been sponsored. So we think there's going to be a real need for this kind of technology, and we're quite excited by it.
Can you give us some examples of courses you've got on there now?
We've just signed, the biggest one is the CRT conference, Professor Waxman's course. So that will be, we're just taking boarding the content now, so we'll be promoting that very soon. We're working with a number of smaller courses in the UK with Imperial College and St George's University Teaching Hospital. We're also working with Top 10 in Cardiology, which is a meeting over in Switzerland. And there's a number that are, coming along, but we're not over the final hurdle yet, so I wouldn't want to shoot from the hip and say too many quite yet.
Well, thank you very much, David. I think there's clearly a need for it, and I'm sure this will meet that need. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks, Simon.